Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, Doctor. Uh, you're really in the news, from Ukraine to the hijab controversy in Karnataka. Doctors, medical students are very much in the news. I'd like to begin with what we've been seeing in Ukraine, the 20,000 odd Indian medical students who have been caught there, and the whole idea that medical education in India is not adequate enough to cater to the demand for it. And you're not just a doctor, but you also run educational institutions, so you know exactly what we're talking about. So could you tell us exactly what the problem is? Why do we not have enough medical seats for people who want to study and who are yearning to study? Why do they have to go all the way to Ukraine to do what they could in India?
Madam, thanks for the opportunity. I would like to thank the Indian Express for organizing the ThinkEdu Conclave 2022, Higher Education for Aspiring Indians. Probably on this occasion and in this program, to make things very clear and straight, probably you'll be surprised, madam. The higher education opportunities, for example, in the state of Karnataka, we have much more seats than the demand. The supply is less, availability is more. Probably if you take all segments, let it be from polytechnic to engineering to degree and medicine. Medicine is the only area because it has to fulfill a lot of conditions. A doctor for every 1,000, we need a doctor for every 1,000 population. Probably in the state of Karnataka, we have much more than that. I don't think so. We have shortage of doctors. Probably the distribution of doctors is an issue. Probably getting into the remote area, remote villages, availability will be a challenge. Probably now the technology has come to the rescue of the people now. The technology, the teleconsultation, the telemedicine, the device, the gadgets also can address. But the number, if you look at the number, if you look at the number of engineering seats available, is much more than the people get admitted. Each year, there will be a lot of vacant seats in degree education, engineering, polytechnic, ITI, GTTC, KGTTI. India is not short. What we are envisioning, the gross enrollment ratio minimum of 50%. Probably in that direction, Tamil Nadu has achieved that 50% of the gross enrollment ratio, one among the few states where the good gross enrollment ratio is there. I don't think so. This is a total mismatch. See, only people always pursuing go to any part of the world. Medicine per se, it is based on a lot of costing factor because the doctor, the teaching and the student ratio is very small. 1:5, 1:10. The doctor and patient ratio, 1:5. Like this, a lot of limitations are there. If you compromise on many of these aspects, the cost will come down. And along with this, now 50% of the seats available. For example, in the state of Karnataka, we have 75 colleges with big numbers. Almost 50% of the seats are provided for a lower fees for 70,000 rupees to 1,50,000 for each year cost. Like this, we are trying to, more people are interested in the seats where it is not available. But other courses, plenty of opportunities available.
So what exactly is the issue with medical education? Can we narrow down on that?
No, you need to make much more homework. Probably you should go and look into the deeper aspects because see, everybody gets into medicine. Demand and supply, you know what happens. See, more so, whatever best can be done in the southern states and some of the states now, they're trying to cope up now. Government of India has come with a very clear program. Each district should have a medical college. Probably in this direction, we are achieving and ensuring that each district will have a medical college. And that will cater to probably the requirement. Since that gap was there earlier, now this gap will be now addressed in a very strong way. Government of India has come forward in a very strong program, 60-40 ratio, where 60% of the amount will be funded by Government of India. Recently, even in Tamil Nadu, 21 medical colleges was started in the 60-40 ratio. Even in the state of Karnataka, almost all the district, we do have more than 75 colleges. Probably, if you look at the ratio, the world ratio, the best WHO ratio, 1:2 for one doctor for every 1,000 people, we have much more than that.
Right. Can we talk about the issue of diversity? I mean, and individual freedom. You know, the hijab row flies straight in the face of individual freedom and in the face of diversity. How do you square that with what's happening in Karnataka right now?
To be very clear with you, see, Karnataka is known as Bharat, our international city, our international state.
Exactly.
We have people from expatriates from different parts of the world, and we have Indians from different states who come and live in state of Karnataka. Karnataka is known as a very warm, receptive, cosmopolitan, very forward-looking, and for all this good reason, you can see everybody here. There's no hostility or anything. It's very friendly. And we do have people from all parts of the country and all parts of the world. It is really diverse. If you want to see the real diverse or you want to see India, you can come to Karnataka. One. Second, with regard to the uniform, wherever the uniform has been prescribed, there's no question of having a religious attire. It is very clear. It is for all community, it's for all religion. Wherever the uniforms are not prescribed in the institution, wherever it is not prescribed, they are allowed to wear hijab or anything they can wear, or the kesari stole, or whatever the individual person wants to wear, they are free to do that. But wherever it has been prescribed, uniform has been prescribed. This is not today's rule. This is not yesterday or today. It was brought in the year 1995 itself. This rule was brought out, this act was brought out, and the same thing has been upheld by the High Court also.
That is true, sir. But when extra institutional authorities take matters into their own hands, it's a different issue. It's not as if the institution was taking a call there. It was extra institutional authorities that did so. So that is not fair, is it?
There is no extra. When the law of the land is there, the system is in place. There is no scope for any extra constitutional authority. We don't give any scope. Law of the land is the same for each and every person. There is no discrimination. Per se, as the culture of India, we do love and respect all religion, and the constitution enshrines all those things. It has not been done so. If you look at many of the most developed countries, these kind of challenges are there, but not in our society. Wherever it all came up as an issue, where since the discussion came up, the resistance came up, then only it came to the limelight. Otherwise, the things wouldn't have come to the limelight. What was prescribed, what rule was made earlier, it has not been made now during the BJP government. Let me make it very clear, this is not a rule or an act which has been brought now during the BJP government. Whatever has been mentioned now by me, it was prescribed earlier itself.
So would you go with the fact that a woman can be harassed for the choice of clothes that she wears to her place of study?
No, there's no question of women will not be seen. When we talk about what she wears, it is our freedom. In public space, we are not questioned anything. We are not been, creating any kind of issues are not there. It has been a very free society. Even now, if you come to Bangalore or any part of the country, you can come and visit. The people are free to wear what they want in public space. It has been completely allowed. There's no discrimination. There's no targeting. There's no limitation. We are known as in a free society, very forward-looking society. There's no challenges. This is a narrative being set by some vested interests. It is not so. Let me make it very clear. It is an open society and we are forward-looking.
Right. Doctor, can we talk a little about the issue of the national education policy? How does Karnataka hope to implement it? And what are the aspects that you agree with or disagree with?
See, there's no aspect which we disagree. See, it is all, forward-looking. It is all, flexible, enabling for each and every institution to ensure the quality, not just education, a quality education is given, a holistic education is given, all-round personality is developed, so that the collaboration, integration, facilitation, multidisciplinary, multiple activity, everything is possible. See, it is not to cater to any particular situation or place. We need to compete with the entire world. We can't be second to none. There's nothing, not even a single point which goes against, not even single point. Let me make it very clear. Is there any single point, if you have got any observation, which goes against any person or any individual or any institution? Nothing like that. This is a really forward-looking, which can transform the entire society. It is equity and inclusive. It is equal and inclusive, and it is forward-looking. It can empower each and every person, irrespective of background, irrespective of the social, economical, political. It will benefit each and every person. This is what was needed. Probably this has come timely to ensure that the institution become more autonomous. Institution will get all the freedom, and the quality will get the topmost priority, and ensure that all the people who get through this entire process, it is not only get them employed, and their personality also. The personality with the real commitment for the society, with ethics and moral. It's very important. See, having quality education without ethics and morals also is really difficult, and abiding by constitution also, upholding the human rights also is important, respecting all culture and becoming a global citizen with a local culture.
How will you implement it though? That's the real issue, isn't it? How does one implement a policy which sounds wonderful, but what are the actual things that you have to do on ground to make sure it happens, it comes to fruition?
Yes, madam. See, what important is in the learning itself, see, just we can't limit, see, earlier most of the learning used to be limited only to the classroom. Now it permits them to, collaborate with any institution, go out, go for the field activity, go for the problem solving, be part of the social activity, be part of the social challenges, like let it be from Swachh Bharat, let it be any environmental sustenance, any issue, any issues, anything they can get involved, and problem solving learning, and being more creative, critical thinking. See, this is a culture. See, it is not any government prescribes. A policy prescribed. See, for the implementation, all the stakeholders from the student, parent, society, industry, institution, all of us need to look forward. See, this is a way forward. Whoever embraces, they go forward. Whoever doesn't embraces, it will take its own cost. So we are working in this direction. We have made the technology enable to do all these things completely. The education in the state of Karnataka, in the higher education, in the government institution, it is completely digitalized. It is, anywhere learning, anywhere assessment, and even the unified university college management system is in place, where the things administration happens in real time. The digital evaluation happens, digital mask card is issued, digi stores is been utilized, and completely it has been made very transparent, very forward-looking. Services are provided in a matter of seconds. And this facilitation is encouraging for us to collaborate with all industry, bringing forward, converging with all departments, let it be skill development department, let it be technology department, let it be industry. We want all of them to come together here, help each other to address each other's concern. And more so the society, we need to create awareness, we need to promote and ensure whoever is doing it, we need to recognize and encourage them.
What are the specific schemes, or what is the specific calculation that you've done of the learning loss that has happened with children during COVID? Have you had any scheme, or is there any effort to calculate the kind of loss that has happened? How do you reintegrate children into classrooms from schools to colleges? It's a tremendous effort. I mean, we talk about hybrid mode of education, but eventually the best learning happens in classrooms, in institutions. So how are we going to reintegrate our children back into the mainstream, as it were, into the physical world?
Yes, madam, there were definitely learning challenges, definitely were there learning challenges, since many of the classes were disrupted, particularly in schools, wherever the digital facilities were not available, or the learning, personalized learning, or the physical learning, or the offline learning was not available. Definitely, it was a big disadvantage. But we tried our best to ensure whatever best can be done in the given situation. So that's how we got more into digitalization of the education. We have provided device in all our higher education institutions. Each and every student were provided with the devices. And along with that, we are now getting into the smart classroom. Each and every classroom will be made smart. And we brought in learning management system, which will make the loop complete and ensure the most well-curated classes with the best of the best content, with the good example, videos, audio, PPT, all best possible content was developed and well-curated class-wise. And even the assessment classes were class-wise, it used to happen. Now each class in an hour, 45 minutes is for the training. The remaining 15 minutes used to be used to assess each and every student on MCQs. Like this, we have got into many better system. Now formative assessment has been much promoted, and summative gradually it will get tapered. So the learning and assessment should happen over the time. Probably state of Karnataka, we have conducted exams well in time. Some of the exams we promoted based on the internal assessment, and for the final year students, mandatorily exams were conducted. Even for the remaining people, except for 2 exams, the remaining all exams have been conducted, well conducted in time, and we could see the children also did their best, and we were able to reach out to them through many ways, through social media, through some of the YouTube channel, and many ways we try to reach out to them and ensure that the learning will not get much effect.
But did you actually calculate the loss? I'm interested in how do you know exactly how much
Calculation can happen. Everything become digitalized. The impact and the measurement. I think probably within a few years I can talk in those language.
Right. So you're not just a minister, you also someone who's run an educational institution. When you are now on the other side, what are the things that you wish to change, having actually been someone who's started and is running an institution? What are the biggest challenges that you wish other people who want to start educational institutions don't have to go through?
Today is not like, like earlier time, we can build institution brick by brick. No person is having that kind of efficiency. That was a time where we had a lot of lack of infrastructure. Today, it's not the situation, lack of infrastructure or the lack of availability of the educational institution. It is the lack of quality institution. See, quality institution where the complete holistic aspects, the diverse personality, we get students with diverse talents and unique personalities. We need to understand each and every person's sensitivity, sensibility, talent. Based on that, we need to facilitate a big opportunity with the right engagement of the student, the quality teachers, and a quality infrastructure and quality collaboration with various institutions to ensure that the best of the best, because we are not competing with any neighboring state or neighboring communities or the areas. We are competing with the entire world. So we need to be the best. So each and every person, probably even though it is managed a government institution or a private institution, it is not important. What is important is each and every citizen need to understand our future can be built only through institution, right? A good quality education institution only our future can be built. If that is understood, because doesn't mean just because somebody is running some institution, he can't own it. Because you know very well, it is not for profit. It is a charitable institution. Nobody can own it. It is nothing but a semi-government. Most important, each and every person need to see their future through this educational institution. For that matter, we need to ensure that not a few individuals, it should not be just in the hands of few individuals. You need to allow more and more people to participate, give more and more freedom, allow entire society and community to be part of all institutions, thereby facilitating greater changes to happen, and all the people can contribute in whatever way they can contribute. We need to allow, let it be in the terms of donation, the finance, or the time, or teaching, or facility, whatever it might be. Each and every person needs to participate. This is what I've been campaigning in each and every function. Wherever I go, address people, I tell them, don't see this institution as a commercial center. We need to see them as our future.
Right. We've just overcome a terrible pandemic. You're a doctor. You also must have seen all the horrific things that happened. What has the biggest learning been for you as a doctor and as a politician?
It's a great opportunity with the cost of a lot of lives, and we have lost a lot of lives, a lot of jobs, a lot of losses in the economy. But This is a real great opportunity for the transformation and to adapt the digital technology in all the fields and even the virtualization. From the digital, we need to adapt digital technology in all the fields. Thereby, it will empower and strengthen the entire system and facilitate all possible services in much more better way. It is applicable. There's no disadvantage with regard to the technology, only advantage and advantage, except for the cyber threat, except for the cyber threat, except
Yeah.
for the privacy. Nothing else is an issue. Even those things can be addressed very strongly. We can come out with much more better solution. So in this COVID-19, probably I am of the strong belief India will have a very good future, better future, since the government of India has been always leading from front and ensuring a strong reforms, and a strong adoption of the technology and reforms being brought right, left, center, across everybody, everywhere, and very good infrastructure being developed, and the self-reliance and Atmanirbhar being given a topmost priority. I'm of the fullest confident self-sufficiency and self-reliance in our country will come up, and thereby we can address whatever challenges being faced by our society can be very well addressed. COVID has really triggered that, and it showed us where we were, where we need to go. Has been shown, the path has been shown. Probably this will bring in a real good strength in our society.
Do you still practice, doctor?
No, no.
So, when you look back at all the years that you studied medicine, do you wonder why you did it, or was it, in any case, a great learning?
To be
Does it
very
help
frank
you
with
in
you,
your
see,
current job?
it has given me a lot of knowledge. It has given me a lot of confidence. See, based on that knowledge, during this COVID in my government, I was able to lead from front. I was able to lead from the front and ensure that the people's lives are protected whenever it comes to the health policy, whenever it comes to the medical education, or any other field for that matter. Even in a personality is important. A good all-round personality with a better personality, a better appreciation, a better connect, better understanding. This a medicine is something I feel each and every person, if he gets an opportunity to learn, it is fantastic. See, it is not more than a profession, more than a profession. Knowledge is very important, which has been given. It has been given to me. I am blessed really, and to be a part of that medical education, and I way forward. I am with that learning. I was able to build my profession. I was able to build my livelihood. I was able to build a lot of institution. I was able to serve the government and the people in a very good way. For example, in the state of Karnataka, now technology integration, we're doing it much more bigger way.
Right.
And even in my constituency, all my primary health centers are digitally enabled.
Right.
And my education.
Great. Thank you very much, doctor, and all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.